Hello and welcome. We're going to tackle a massive question for any business that's trying to grow. How do you stop thinking about your IT as just another cost center and start seeing it as a powerful engine for growth? Well, it all starts by asking one simple, very honest question.
So let's just do a quick reality check. Does this sound at all familiar? You've got your best people, the innovators, the ones you hired to be brilliant, and they're stuck putting out IT fires all day. Wrestling with server maintenance, software updates, all those little glitches that just eat up time. It's the classic trap, right? They're working in the business, not on the business.
So what's the answer? Well, for a growing number of businesses, it's a managed service provider, or an MSP. Now look closely at this definition, because the two most important words here are proactive and subscription. Instead of waiting around for things to break, an MSP is working behind the scenes, proactively, to make sure everything just works. And that turns your IT from a series of unpredictable, expensive problems into one predictable, managed service.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to look at how an MSP stabilizes your costs and your security. Then, we'll dive into how they can supercharge your day-to-day operations. After that, we'll explore the incredible on-demand expertise you get. And finally, we're going to bring it all home and show you how this unlocks real strategic growth. Let's get into it.
All right, Section 1, stabilizing your costs and security. This is the foundation, right? It's the bedrock. We're tackling the two things that pretty much every leader worries about constantly: money and risk.
And let's start with the money, because this number is a real eye-opener. We are talking about a potential 30 to 60% reduction in IT costs. Now, you're probably asking, how is that even possible? Well, it comes from streamlining everything: labor, infrastructure, and all those expensive software tools you normally have to buy and manage all by yourself. This isn't just about saving a few bucks. It's a completely different way of structuring your costs. In this slide right here illustrates one of the biggest financial wins you get. You shift away from these massive, unpredictable capital expenses, like dropping a huge amount of cash on a new server that just destroys your cash flow. And you move to a simple, predictable monthly operational expense. It really is like switching from trying to build your own power plant to just paying your electric bill. It makes budgeting a dream and frees up your capital for what really matters: growth.
Okay, now let's talk about risk. Because let's be honest, in today's world, a single security breach can be absolutely devastating. An MSP brings an entire security team to your defense. I'm talking about 24/7 monitoring from a security operations center, advanced AI that spots trouble before it even hits, and a team of experts ready to respond in minutes, not days. On top of all that, they help you navigate the crazy alphabet soup of compliance like HIPAA and GDPR, keeping you safe and ready for any audit.
Okay, so with that stable and secure foundation firmly in place, we can move on to the really fun stuff in Section 2, supercharging your operations. This is all about making the shift from just preventing disasters to actually achieving peak performance every single day. Downtime is the silent killer of productivity. It means lost sales, frustrated employees, and blown deadlines. And as you can see from this chart, the impact of an MSP here is just dramatic. We're talking about slashing that downtime by 50 to 75%. And the reason is simple. It's that word again: they're proactive. They don't wait for your call. They are constantly monitoring and optimizing to stop problems before they even start.
And the goal that they are always chasing for you is this number: 99.9% uptime. That is the gold standard for reliability. I mean, just take a second and imagine what your team could accomplish if they could just count on their tools and systems being there, working perfectly, pretty much all the time.
This brings us perfectly to our next huge advantage in Section 3, access to on-demand expertise. Think of it this way. It's like instantly adding an entire division of specialists to your company, but without adding a single person to your payroll. So here's the thing. No small or medium-sized business can realistically afford to hire full-time experts in all of these different fields, from cloud architecture and cybersecurity to these emerging worlds of AI and IoT. It's just not feasible. But with an MSP, you get to instantly tap into this deep well of knowledge. You get access to specialists who can guide your digital transformation and help you use the latest tech to your advantage.
All right, let's bring it all home with Section 4. This is where we connect all the dots and see how technology stops being a headache and starts becoming your biggest competitive edge. This whole journey, this strategic shift, it happens in 3 really powerful steps. First, by offloading all the technical grunt work, you free up your team to focus on what they do best: your actual business goals.
Second, with the right experts and stable systems in place, you can finally use technology to truly innovate, to make your products better, to improve your customers' experience. And finally, these two pieces combine to give you a real, tangible competitive advantage that lets you scale faster and smarter.
And this, right here, is the ultimate goal. True scalability isn't just about getting bigger, it's about being able to grow without friction. An MSP provides that flexible infrastructure and expert support that just grows with you, making sure your technology is a tailwind pushing you forward, not an anchor holding you back.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. We've talked a lot about the costs and the benefits of having an MSP, but maybe, just maybe, the more important question to ask is this one. What's the real cost of not having a strategic IT partner? What's the cost of all that lost productivity, all those missed opportunities, and the constant risk of just falling behind? Now that's something to really think about.